Good afternoon, everybody. Planting81 here, and today is May 27th, 2013. So let's take a look at what's going on in the garden. Here we have the mint, and it's looking pretty good. Next to it, we have the boysenberries, and the boysenberries are doing awesome. They're ripening along. They're not quite ripe yet, but they're almost there. I'm going to be putting some bird netting over them. Right here we have the Japanese cucumber, and there's a couple of cucumbers back there hanging down that look like they got fertilized or pollinated. There you go. Here we have the yellow crookneck squash, and it's the best looking squash that I've ever grown. I haven't harvested much from it yet, but looks like I'm going to be getting some pretty decent squash in there. Oh, you can't see that. There you go. And then this one's kind of weird because it's got like a tint of green for some reason. I'm not sure why, because this I've never saved seeds from these. Then we have the Anaheim here, the Anaheim pepper that is doing okay. Just no peppers on it yet. And the poblano on this side, no peppers on this one yet either. This is what I harvested today. Well, other than the garlic, we have a few beans that I harvested, some strawberries, and then these are like the baby elephant garlic right here. So I'll be planting these later on. Over here we have the elephant garlic that I harvested a little too soon. See, it has another one of those little babies in there. But, you know, I was so excited. I wanted to see what was going on underneath. So now I know. And then here's the other garlic. This is just a plain old regular garlic. And this one's a pretty good size too. I also harvested an additional 3. But one of them is in my kitchen that I used, and then the other 2 I gave away to my sister. So there's my little harvest. Here we have my tomatoes. They're doing awesome. There's tomatoes on every single plant now, and they're looking really good. We have some here, and we have the basil. And then we have some more tomatoes down here. They're looking really, really good. Can't wait till I get to actually harvest my first vine ripe tomato. I can't see it in there. I know there's a tomato in there. I can't see it. Oh, there it goes. And then there's another one. There's a couple more down here. Or 3, I should say. So that's really exciting. Over here we have the pepper bed, and I totally had to trim back and stake up the husky cherry tomato because it was just taking over the bed, and it's infested with aphids, but I'm leaving it there because I'd rather the aphids be on that than on my peppers. So here we have the Carmen pepper that's got 1 pepper on it. On the other side of it we have, I think this is the New Mexico gem, and it's got 1 little pepper on it. And this is the Cubanelle with 2 peppers. This plant over here is new. This is the sweet red cherry tomato. And right there we have my bell pepper plant. This is the green bell, and there's only 1 little pepper on it. Over here we have the yummy snacking petite bell peppers, and talk about petite. Those things are petite, and I think that one's starting to turn, so yeah, that's petite. Alright, Here I have the gypsy peppers, and they're pretty decent sized peppers. And there's a couple of those, and then there's this one that just got pollinated. Oh, and there's some more up here. Kind of cool. I didn't see those before. Over here we have the jalapeno. I harvested another jalapeno like this size, maybe just a tad bit bigger earlier today. Leaving this one, I'm going to try to see if I can get it to turn. Behind it we have the bell pepper, the yellow bell pepper, and it's got 3 peppers on it. They're not very big, but that's alright. That's kind of neat. Real quick, over here is the lime tree, and it's looking really good. It's got some limes on it still and new growth. Over here is the peach tree, and it's being towered by this ginormous sunflower. That one's at least 10 feet tall, so it's kind of neat. The biggest sunflower that I've ever grown. Over here we have the black raspberry, and this is a new cane from this year, and it's looking really good. And then this is the cane from last year. Doesn't look like it's going to give me any berries so far. Next to it I have the Meyer lemon tree. The Meyer lemon tree is not looking so hot. You know, and I'm not concerned about losing the fruit. That's okay. It's not a big deal to me. Wasn't expecting to get any fruit at all from it because this is the first year that I have it. What I'm concerned with is the yellow leaves over here. See, we got some yellow leaves. I'm sure that's not good. But it's still holding on to a few of the lemons, so that's kind of neat. Here we have the raspberry plant, and that one has just totally exploded. I mean, totally exploded. It's got all that new growth up there, and then it's got a bunch of little babies down here. So I'm going to be pulling some of those and giving them away. Let's see. Let me go this way. Over here, the onions, you know, they're doing okay. I pulled one today and we had it for lunch. Over here I have Gardener's Delight tomato that I'll be planting here shortly. It's looking really, you know, good. The strawberries, they're doing awesome. Look, it looks like they've all kind of exploded and everything, and they have, but I'm not getting many strawberries from them because the pill bugs and earwigs get to them before I do. But there's a whole bunch of new, you know, runners coming off, so I'm going to be getting some more plants from there. Over here are the beans, and they're doing really good. They've got, you know, I harvested those beans, but there's still some left on the plants. Let's see if you can see this one right there. And I left those because they're just a little too small. Over here's the okra. This poor little okra is getting shaded out, so it's not doing so good, and plus the weather hasn't been, you know, very nice or good enough for the okra yet. It's been kind of, you know, rather chilly. The scallions down here, they're looking good too, but I'm not getting ready to harvest them yet. The carrots in here, you know, they grew, but I don't think I'm going to get much of a carrot because of all this overgrown, you know, bean thing. Here's my other okra, burgundy okra, you know, poor thing, doesn't get enough sun. And here's the green okra that I try to start all over again. That one, yeah, maybe as the weather changes, you know, they'll look way better. Real quick, let's go take a look at my volunteer watermelon. This is the second year that this watermelon has been volunteering over here, and it's got a couple of watermelon on it already. There's one there, and there's a bigger one over here. The only downside would be if the gopher came through and took off with it, because that would just really blow, because this isn't in my garden. It grows way better out here. Then there's this plant, not sure what it is, so if anybody out there knows what in the world this plant is, please let me know. It's the first time that I've seen it. I didn't plant it here. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that I'm familiar with. Well, that's about it for now. Till next time. Bye.